All right. So mm, today we are here because we want to see results, right? We want to see what you guys have been able to do over the past few weeks. So demo day is like an opportunity for each and every one of you to demonstrate the applications that you have built, explain the problems that basically those applications are solving, and of course share whatever experience you have had during the course of building with AI. So we also have like a few what's it called comments to make. It might not actually like might not actually have a very full comment, but we might have comments to make in regards to what you have built. And we're basically just here to listen and of course ask you guys questions and provide feedback for those of you who would need it. And to all our presenters, congratulations on making it this far. Take a breath, trust what you have worked on, and remember that today is not just like about producing something perfect, right? It's just about showing us what you've been able to learn so far and what you have been able to build with whatever you have learned, right? So each presenter has already informed, like as you guys have been informed already, right? We have 5 minutes to present and demonstrate the project, right? 5 minutes to be on stage. So 3 minutes to basically present and 2 minutes in case of any like questions and all of that that we may have for you. So um please keep to time and yeah, any further delay, right, during the course of this will be, spoken out. So but we have our first presenter here, and our first presenter today is Israel, Mr. Israel Ojo Ifeoluwa. So, Mr. Israel, the floor is yours. You have 5 minutes on stage. Please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ojo Israel, and first I'd like to share my screen. Okay, can we see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, yeah. Good evening once again. My name is Ojo Israel, and I'll be presenting my capstone project called Echo, Project Echo, with the tagline "Speak with Intention." Now, what exactly are we trying to solve? Or am I exactly trying to solve with Echo? Sorry. Yes, so the problem itself. Now, ideas are often very clear in our head than when we speak them aloud. And communication itself is a key skill in the modern society. Articulation is key. Now, across all walks of life, across all disciplines of life, from doctors to machine learning engineers to researchers, communication and articulation is the difference between one outcome and the other outcome, the first being desirable, the latter being undesirable. For a doctor, it might be litigation. For a researcher, it might be winning a grant or losing a grant. And for every one of us, it's the difference between being heard, being misinterpreted, and it's a very key problem in our society. So, what is ECHO itself trying to solve and trying to do with this? Yes. So Echo itself is a simple speaking practice loop, and it starts with choosing a deck. We have 11 topics, which I will show briefly. 11 decks ranging from career to imagination to fun to medicine to dentistry. So you pick a topic and you receive a prompt, and you are prompted to speak for 1 to 5 minutes. Articulate your thoughts. You get a prompt, spontaneous prompt, which you're allowed to speak and practice between 1 to 5 minutes without pressure, without scoring. You can score yourself. It's not quite necessary, but you can score yourself and then you can repeat and repeat till you are very, very comfortable with speaking without using any form of vague word and you are able to communicate clearly. Now on to the next slide. These are the decks we have, from career to medicine and dentistry to fun. Now, before I move on, I would like to show the app itself. So this is the app itself. This is the home page. Speak with intention. It's our main tagline. And you come up here to the dash, to the header, the home, the practice, and the history. Now, let me walk you through the user experience for this web app. You come to the practice and you have these decks, 12 decks. You can also search for the decks you want. Say I want to speak about something fun. I can click on fun, select fun, and it's connecting. Then we get a prompt such as this. What is an extremely common everyday task you are embarrassingly bad at? So you can choose whether you want to speak for 1 minute or 2 minutes up to 5 minutes. And you're allowed to generate alternative prompts rather. So if you don't like the first prompt, you can select another prompt. If you're a pro wrestler, what will you do? If you don't like this prompt, you can also select another prompt. You're only allowed to skip 2 prompts maximum, or maximum of 2 prompts. And the reason is we don't want people to keep skipping prompts. Then because people will exhaust, waste time at trying to select prompts rather than doing what is necessary. It defeats the purpose of the app itself. Then you can select, let's select 1 minute, begin practice. So you have this countdown to just gather your thoughts briefly and you start speaking with this countdown. So also I added some sound effect which you can use. You can turn it off too. You can finish early. So let me finish early so I can keep to time and also show us the remaining part of the app. Coming to settings over here, you can select whether light mode or dark mode. You can disable the
Okay.
interface sounds.
Thank you so much, Israel. So your time is up. Thank you for the walkthrough. Mm, okay. So I just have like one question for you. Is your your chosen capstone, is there a personal story behind it?
Yes, there is. So
Mm,
personally, I've struggled with communication and articulation for a long while. So I decided to create something. I'm much better now, but I decided to create something out of that struggle to help others. And as a medical professional myself, I'm a dental surgeon. I get to speak with patients. This week alone, I've interacted with about 30 to 40 patients, and they ask questions, spontaneous questions, and I have to respond. I have to articulate my thoughts clearly because whatever I say as a medical professional, people won't like it, but we are little gods. So people really believe whatever we say. And as a medical professional, you must be able to articulate your thoughts properly because whatever you say would give the patient an idea of what to do or what not to do. So it's one of the key things I looked into and decided to come up with this project.
okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I'll be excusing you. Thank you so much. Your project was amazing. Let's give him a round of applause, please. You can unshare your screen. Do we still have the other persons here on the call? Yeah, thank you so much, Godwin. So we'll move on to Godwin. Godwin, please, you have 5 minutes to present your project. Do well to keep to time. I believe you should have been able to review the documentation that we had sent on how your template should be for this. So please, the floor is yours. You can start your presentation.
Oh, okay, ma'am. This is my name is Godwin. This is the NPF EOD database, centralized database. What I mean by NPF, just like I did a research with the Nigerian Police Force. That's the explosive ordnance disposal of the Nigerian Police Force because I relate with them. So I decided to do some research and I discovered that they don't have a decentralized database that house all the personnel in one spot and in one touch, and also their equipment, everything about them. So I decided to build this app. Here in this app, before now in the police, in the EUD, the explosive ordnance disposal of the force, they don't have a centralized system that controls the personnel. They don't have a centralized system that house the details of all the personnel. They don't have a centralized system that house the equipment, the training. Those have undergone trainings outside the country and within the country, and those that are about to retire. Here in this application here, I built a centralized master nominal role that has all the names, the details of all the personnel in the EUG of the Nigerian Police Force. This is the centralized. You see here, CP, from the CSP to CP. Let me start from here. From police constable here to inspector, and from ASP to superintendent of police, and from CSP to commissioner of police. This is how it is being done. And I just did a I didn't do a full implementation of the names of the personnel. I just decided to pick a few of them. And I had to also ink my name as one of the personnel here. You see here, these are all the names of the personnel here. And how do you store or save this name here in this system? Apart from this particular one, and I did a kind of a decentralized aspect of it, of which in each of the states, they have a particular administrator, and they have also a global administrator that controls everything. And then in each of the states, there is an administrator that will be sending information to the global administrator, and he will download it here. So this is for the state administrators, and this is where all the states are. This is all the states here, the FCC and all the states in Nigeria, the 66 states of Nigeria. And here they can either upload here or download here. And also here, if you want to add personnel by yourself, the global administrator, you want to add the personnel by yourself, you can add them here at this particular button and save, and it will go to the master nominal role that is here. So also here, this particular button is where all the equipment, the inventory and management of all the equipment of the EUG. You don't need to call all the command to ask them the equipment. As the commissioner of police are in charge of the EUD, can just come here and check all the equipment that are in the Nigerian Police Bomb Squad and know their status. Are they available, or are they serviceable or not serviceable? Are they available, and do they need maintenance? From here, you can know, because as it is also, they will have also someone in each of the states of the command that is in charge of this equipment that will either put it here that it is either serviceable or not, or it needs maintenance at which date, and it puts there, and it is left now for the overall to know when on how to send for the servicing of the equipment. And here also has to do with the certificates, those that have been on training, either outside or within the country here. Here you can register your certificate here, or your certificate, the ones you've attended, register here the date and the courses, so that one person shouldn't go for 3 courses and other persons have not even attended one. With this, to be able to do what? To streamline those that have been on either foreign courses or those that have not been, so that no one should be cheated. So here, and also, there have been also this challenge that someone will be retiring and they'll be sending letters, they call it signal, to the command to forward names of those that will be retiring. But here, there is one button here that will sort out those that are retiring, maybe in 2 months' time. You see here, like this man here, he's the only person that has retired a few months ago. His name is still here because he's the only person that has retired. So there's no need for you to call for those that are retiring. This particular button here will sort out a particular fellow that is retired maybe in 2 months' time, and it will be flashing on this dashboard till the expiration of his retirement. So you don't need to call the person to forward his document so that they will process the retirement. It's just left for you to pick it up here and do everything, because all the details are being centralized here. Hello? Hope I'm communicating.
Yes.
Okay, ma. Okay, I thought I'm just talking to myself. So here, this particular has to do with the birthday, anyone that has birthday, because here in this centralized nominal role, everything, as I said earlier on, all the details of the personnel, including their birthday, can be celebrated here, or however it is. He has to do, okay, I have already talked about this one, the inventory of the equipment. And then this has to do with the security audit. Security audit here is where they can either host the security. Okay, this is where this is where the global administrator will be able to audit those that have logged in to this application. For instance, if there is a kind of an external attack, either a cyber attack, you'll be able to, from this particular security log audit trail, to know whosoever that had an access here and that it is not authorized, and will be able to treat it from and attack it from there. And here also we have here Gen 60. Here there's what we call Gen 60 in the system here. Gen 60 is a kind of a form that contains all the details of the next of kin and those they are off to the person now. They have it in a hard copy, but it is a very large form. But here it can be uploaded here and saved here in this system. So whenever someone needs it, or maybe someone is either someone is bereaved, you don't need to ask the deceased family to bring all these documents so that you know who that was there as the next of kin. You can just check it here and know who that the deceased person put as the next of kin for insurance purpose. So for the time, I don't want to go above the time that was given to me. I don't know if you have any
Alright.
questions. So those,
All right,
hello,
sir.
ma?
Yes, thank you. So you've already gone above the time, so it's but it's okay.